the teamwork going with them?
I mean, we've talked, countless times, just about me being myself, me being aggressive, picking my spots. There'll be a lot of opportunities for myself along with other guys, to be aggressive with so much attention on Kevin and Kai. So just picking our spots and just being aggressive, trusting the work we've put in throughout the summer.
Next question goes to Brian Lewis of the New York Post.
Hey, Caris. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. Obviously, you pay attention to everything that's, going on, and you see your name in trade rumors, but then you also see KD, who we all know you got this pre-existing relationship with, really values you as a player and wants you on the team. So I'm curious, how do you, having been in the league a few years, how do you process all that stuff? When you see this thing, you see that thing, how do you process that and absorb all that?
It's part of the business. They tell you that from day one. Coming into it, nobody is irreplaceable. So, guys get moved every single year. So for us, we just have to be prepared for any situation. I try not to pay attention to it, but it's kind of hard when you turn on the TV and you see certain things, or you turn on your social media, you see certain things. But I just worry about, the team, myself, putting in work every day and trying to maximize my potential, what I have going on.
Next up is Malika Andrews from ESPN.
Hi, Caris. I'm wondering how you're getting and processing news about coronavirus and the different spikes and upticks in New York City. Is it just from the team, or are you watching, reading other things? How are you getting that information?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think it's definitely going to be interesting the next couple of weeks how not only the NBA, but how, New York as a whole handles, the uptick in numbers and things like that. So definitely be interesting, to see with the practice facility, shutting down and things like that. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you've seen it happen with other teams and things like that. So, I'm just praying for everybody out there to, stay safe, and stay clean during these times.
Next question goes to Christian Winfield from the New York Daily News.
Hey, what's going on, Caris? Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed that time with your family. Just, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is this is really kind of like your first rodeo with trade rumors, right? Do these feel more real than maybe any year previous? And how have you kind of, you talked about, it's everywhere. How have you kind of is there any specific method that you've used to kind of block that stuff out of your mind so that you can just focus on what's ahead of you and focus on the basketball?
Yeah, I think this was kind of maybe my first real year. I think in the past it was something for like Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, or something like that. But for me, I kind of just focus on the work that I'm putting in. Just try to, stay consistent with my routine that I do every single day, and just try to block everything else out. And whatever happens at the end of the day. I just try to think about it like that. Whatever happens, it was meant to be, and it'll happen that way. So I don't stress myself out over it.
Next up is
This week to get back together with the guys and see them, even though you're just in the individual workout phase.
The type of work I've been putting in, I kind of just, like I said, been preparing myself for every situation. So I've been doing, a lot of off the ball shooting, catch and shoot shots, and then preparing myself to play on the ball as well. Still continue with my strength and my lower body strength and things like that, my balance work, making sure I'm all the way healthy going into the season. But I think for me, it's just maximizing the time that I've had, from when the season shut down, which was like March, up until now. It's been a long time. So I don't even think of it as broken up within the bubble, because I was consistently kind of putting work in throughout the whole time. So I think it'll be fun. With the season coming up, I feel like everyone's kind of been, locked in doing the same thing.
back to Christian